All right, homesteader family, welcome back to the journey. This is the Johnny Jules project. So I am up here at the house site. This is the first time I brought all the dogs up here. So let me flip the camera back around. So we got Chunky Monkey right there. We got Minnie Mouse. We got Mickey Mouse. We got Chubbers and Max. So we are up here at the house site, and I wanted to see what it's like at night. So I'm gonna go ahead and shut off the light and see what we see. So you can see straight in front, there's a couple red lights from a tower. We've got neighbor light right over there. We've got a house down over that way with Christmas lights trying to see through the trees. You can see the couple lights over there. So there are a few lights, but this is what I like the best. I don't know if the phone will pick it up, but there are stars everywhere. There, the camera's focusing some, so you can see some of those stars and the whole sky. It's starting to cloud up a little bit, so that's why the camera's not picking up as well. But I wanted to come up here. I wanted to check out the house site, see what Mama thought. She's just sitting there relaxing. She's like, "I'm at home," and wanted to see what type of lights and things are out here. And then on top of that, we've had coyotes coming around. So I'm out here taking the dogs around the property. I had to go down to the creek and drain the water pump generator and pull it up higher up on the mountain for now, because we're due to get rain for the next 2 days. Come on, Mose. And I figured, why not walk? Hey, concerned citizen, how you doing tonight? So I decided, instead of just hopping in the side-by-side and going and taking care of it, that I just come up here, check out the house site, and I'm gonna walk down the driveway. I got about 300 feet from the road. I'm probably gonna change the road outline where I come out. Oh, I'm doing great. Every day is a good day in the alien world of Johnny Jules. Today was beautiful, 64 degrees. So I really enjoyed today. Got a bunch of work done. Got some hay for the animals. And like I said, I'm about 300 feet from where I'm going to divert the driveway. Unless I go back to my original path, then that's like another 1,200 feet of driveway to do. So that's Minnie Mouse all the way in the back. But it's been a beautiful day. And I figure instead of hopping side by side, I bring the dogs out, let them patrol, since I have a lot of people asking why the dogs are in the tiny home with me and not out protecting the animals. One, you're right, Ron, they do. When I was in Colorado, all I did was let them mark around, and they kept all the predators away. And I had a neighbor in Colorado, their house got broken into by bears every year, because once they find food, they always come back. And as soon as I moved to the ranch in Colorado, that kept the bears, mountain lions, everything away. The only thing stupid enough still come around are coyotes and wolves, and that's due to the fact that they're a canine species, so they're not afraid of the dogs until they see the dogs. Yes, nice light. It's a DeWalt battery light. I picked it up on a Black Friday deal. I'll go over that in the spotlight tripod stand that I got for it in another video. But the dogs sleep inside. They don't work for a couple of reasons. One, for those of you that have been following the channel for a while, I didn't put the dogs out with the animals right away. When you get Anatolian Shepherds, Great Pyrenees, all that type of livestock guardian dogs, you've got to do extensive training immediately, and you want to get the puppies in between 5.5 and 6.5 weeks old, so the dogs grow up with the animals. So that's one big reason. Two, I love having the dogs in the house, because I'll tell you one thing, if somebody ever tried to break into a house with these 5, good luck to them. So they let me feel super secure, and I can sleep soundly and not have to worry about anything to ever happen. And because the dogs weren't properly trained, they tend to eat animals. So that's the third reason they're not there. Let's see where Minnie Mouse is. Minnie Mouse, let's go! Mose! Where'd your mamas go? So I've got a wandering dog. Minnie Mouse, let's go! I hope she didn't take off after a deer. Or coyotes or something. Oh no, I hear it coming. Come on, Mose. Get your butt out the woods. Let's go. Minnie Mouse, let's go. So, for those of you that are new to the channel, you have 2 Great Pyrenees that protect your animals. Great Pyrenees are good. The reason I went with Anatolian Shepherds is because in 2016, when I got my first goats, I had a mountain lion kill one of my goats, and it tried to kill me. And I was in the military, and I was trained for all different stuff, but I was not trained for a mountain lion to try to kill me. And luckily, I reacted quick enough that I'm still here and the mountain lion's not. So I went and did research on what's the best dog to take down big predators, and that's the Anatolian Shepherds, because they have a extremely high pain tolerance. They fight to the death. They're nothing but skin, bones, and muscle. And when they get irritated with each other, all the muscles show on their bodies. And they're powerful, powerful dogs. So 2 full-size Anatolian males can take down a grizzly bear, and one-on-one it can take a lion out. And that's why I went with the Anatolian Shepherds. But for those of you new to this journey, I moved from Colorado October 24th out here to St. Joe, Arkansas. And this is the project that I'm working on now, is this driveway going up to where eventually I'll be building my house. And for those of you that have been watching, I've already changed my castle house idea once again. So I've got a whole new idea on. Now I think I'm going to go back to an ICF house. So that way, instead of having to collect rocks and do all that, I can build a house a lot quicker, a lot easier. And Fox blocks is what I'll use. And I think they're rated for like 600-mile-per-hour winds or something like that. So it will be a tornado-proof wall structure house. And then I'll have to do my research on the roof, on what I want to do for the roof. So for those of you that have been watching, all this driveway was up around the bend the other day when you saw. And so I've come all the way down here last couple of days. And this is the only thing that makes me sick, is having cut down trees. I don't like cutting down trees. But I'm trying not to take anything big. That's normally like the biggest I'm taking out. All these massive trees that are just humongous. I love them. I'm keeping all those and trying to keep whatever I can as I go down here. And some areas like here I made a bit wider, and then it goes up narrow again, so that way if I've got to turn around, I'll be able to turn around and go back down if I have to. And then this is how far I got, is right down here. And then my green band on this tree, I'm supposed to go out that way, and that will add another 1,200 feet if I go that way. But if I come along this tree with the green band, excuse me, down to the next big tree, down to the next big tree. Then this is about a good 300 feet. Let's go. And this punches right down to Purdom Lane that goes across the entire property. So basically, the driveway is running right next to Purdom Lane, but up on this mountain. And I know my phone never shows it, but I'm climbing down the mountain right now. Over where the house is going to be, it's a 300-foot drop. Will you heat your new home with wood? Yes, 100%. I will be heating it with wood. However, I will be making a slight change in my heating plans out here compared to what I did in Colorado. And in Colorado, I did all wood heat. And if you're in town or somehow the wood burns through quicker than you think in the middle of the night, you wake up to a cold house. So since I'll be doing an off-grid house again, like I did 2 properties ago, then I'm going to be having propane stove, propane hot water heater, propane dryer to cut back on the electric, since I'll be doing a solar off-grid system. So since I had the propane, like in the tiny home right now, I had that blue flame propane heater with a thermostat on it, and this is back to Purdom Lane. So the driveway will come through here. I've got to figure everything out, mark it out. It'll probably take me another 2 days to cut all this in. And then this is Purdom Lane that goes all the way back up to the tiny home. But I'll be putting the blue flame propane heaters in the main house, so that way, in case the fire goes out, then the thermostat will be set to like 70 degrees. So if I'm in town, I'll come home always to a warm house, and that won't be any problem since I already have other propane appliances going. It's just a little more lines to run, but that way I had that set up. Now, not sure what I'm doing. I've had people asking about, am I going to do a barrel stove like I did before? Am I going to get a Fisher wood stove? Am I going to do a fireplace? I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do. I'll figure that out when it gets around to that time. I got a long way to go before I even get to a fireplace. But what I would like to do is some type of raised circle lodge style fireplace with some other way to run the piping going up instead of the air just going straight up. And the reason I want that is so no matter if I'm in the kitchen, living room, wherever, the fireplace, the lodge thing that I want to do will be the focal point of the house. And I've seen, like back in castle days and stuff, where it was, 6 foot tall before it went up a chimney. So that way you could see right through, and it's not messing up your vision looking through the house. So that's what I've got planned in my mind right now. But just like the castle idea for the house of having 2 squares laid inside each other, I've already changed that idea. Now I'm thinking about taking a square, cut it in half. Let's see. Find a stick real quick. I'll give an idea of my new idea. So basically, you got a square like that. Then I'm going to cut it in half. So you got the back rectangle, which will be the house now. This is the north side where we just saw those red lights from the tower and the neighbors' houses. I don't have to have windows on the back looking out that way. This is facing south, so then I can do all glass windows here, have a wall that's 4 foot instead of taller, or maybe even 2 foot concrete, and then do fencing panels on top of it. And this rectangle will be the garden area, and then cut that in half and have a concrete pathway from the entrance to the house. So the garden is still inside these walls, And if I want to, I can go from the roof coming down this way with the clear carbon fiber or poly or whatever it's called, greenhouse panels. And I could actually enclose it, so wintertime I could open the windows and the front door and let the greenhouse heat the house, since Arkansas doesn't get too extremely cold like Colorado. And then I would also have the fireplace as well, that I could heat the greenhouse area and grow year round inside the house. So that's my new idea that's in my head right now. And then, like I said, I'm looking at going back to the ICF idea, because then I can just hire somebody, put the footer in, so that way I know the footer is perfect. I can go ahead, stack all the walls, and then hire somebody to come in and stabilize the walls and pour the walls, so that's all taken care of. And then hire somebody to do the roof. So hopefully out here in Arkansas, it's easier to find people than it was in Colorado. But we'll see. Minnie Mouse is always so slow. She takes her time. And so that's my ideas right now on this whole project. And another reason I'm walking the dogs tonight, not just to mark for the coyotes, but they're calling for next 2, possibly 3 days of rain, 90% chance every day. So if it rains again, we're going to be cabin fever inside the shed, tiny home, because I don't work in the rain. I don't do nothing in the rain. I don't even go to breakfast at the gas station when it rains. They thought they made me mad, and I started going somewhere else. I'm like, nope, because we just had 4.5 days of rain. So that's another reason why I haven't made a video recently, because there ain't nothing to record except the dog sleeping in the bed and me watching TV. So nothing too entertaining. So if anybody has questions, feel free to ask. Yeah, I think that fireplace idea is going to be the centerpiece. And then my secondary centerpiece will be for Christmas time. I want to have a big Christmas tree. So I'm thinking I might do the ceilings at a slope from south to north, the north side being lower towards the edge of the cliff, and the roof higher on the east side, so that way I can have more windows and everything. And by having the ceiling 12 foot tall, then I can get like a 10-foot Christmas tree for the holidays. So that would be something I would really look forward to every year as well. And then, like I said, if I can enclose it into a greenhouse, then I'll be growing year round. I'll have fresh veggies, and that'd be something I haven't had since I was back in my house 2 properties ago. So that's something I'd be looking forward to as well. Come on, moms. Let's go, Slowpoke. Minnie Mouse, let's go. Minnie Mouse, let's go. So where's everybody at, and what's the weather where you guys are at? It's about 38 degrees here. And then once I get up here to the top, then you see all the animals as we go around. See the camels and everybody in their spot. And coming up cold and wet in Maryland, about 38 here. Where in Maryland, Broad area? Because I was born at St. Agnes Hospital there in Baltimore, Maryland, off Washington Boulevard. But coming up, I've got my neighbors on the back side of me, Southern Maryland. Nice. I miss Maryland blue crabs. That's the one thing I truly miss about back east. But my neighbors behind me, that 80 acres that's going up for sale that I was telling you about, they come out Thursday and Friday to go over everything and get everything set up for getting the dozer in and get the road put in so they have access to their property. So that's going to be coming up really quick because they said they want that done sooner than later. So that would be my next project I'll be working on. I'll film some of that going on. After that, then I'll be getting more 6-foot fence. I'll be working on the secondary pen to put the animals in come the second week of March. After that, we'll be extending the pig pen to at least make one full-size pig pen. If not, try to get a second pig pen done. And then after that, we'll be moving the animals in March and seeding the pen they're in with orchard grass, annual ryegrass, perennial grass, and some winter weed and rye and all that in the fall. So that way they have some forage when I move them back later this fall. And then after that, I have no idea. Because as soon as the ranch sells and I have the money from the ranch, then I'll be going right into the construction phase of getting a footer put in, planning out the house, getting solar system set up, and doing septic and all that type of stuff. So this year could be a big year. It just all depends on when the ranch sells. Virginia, 30 degrees. Man, everybody's getting cold. Colorado's bitter cold right now. And they just had another 8 to 12 inches of snow. So I am so glad I'm not in Colorado anymore. Let alone Antero Reservoir just broke all-time record. I think it was December 29th or December 30th. Hit negative 50 degrees in December. So February, we had one day negative 51. So if they're breaking records already, I would hate to be there in February. Come on, mouses, let's go. And I've had some people ask me, why with this long Purdom Lane am I making a driveway that's the same length? So then I have to drive this twice. Well, there's multiple reasons for that. Yes, it's a lot more to maintain, keeping the road nice. But the main reason why I'm doing it is because I didn't buy... Now, I've lied to everybody. I said I bought 116.5 acres. Well, when I went to the county building, turns out the property I thought I had is 103 acres. And then it turned out I have two different properties. It's two different titles. So I didn't know that. So I actually have over 119 acres. So I got almost 120 acres. But I didn't buy all this land to just make a short driveway, put a house at the front, and not really enjoy the whole property. So this way, I had the long Purdom Lane, goes from the front all the way to the back. The driveway, like I said, runs the same area, but up there on top of the mountain. This just goes up and up and up all the way to the top. And I can drive however long it's going to be. I will measure it once I can get a vehicle up through the woods. But when I have visitors come out, when my grandparents come out from Colorado, I want a nice scenic ride that, like I said, you're not just pulling off the main road right where I put the shed and then you're in the tiny home, but you get to enjoy the views of the woods going all the way through. And then springtime, I'm getting real excited because when all the leaves and all that's filled in again, it's going to look totally different than it does now. And I haven't seen it when everything blooms. I have a lot of dogwood trees. I don't know what a dogwood tree is. My grandmother said they're real beautiful when they flower. So it's going to be exciting times, and it will definitely make the drive a lot better. And I think the pooches are getting tired like me because they've been chained up today. Well, I've been chopping down trees, so I'm getting like 3 exercises today where they're only getting 1, but they're going to be nice and tuckered out for the rainy days ahead. And I'll just have the heater running, TV on, and just relaxing, recouping from these last couple days of work. Come on, boys. And we're getting closer. I'm glad I didn't start this video when I first got home at 8:30, because this video would have been a couple hours long. We're already at 27 minutes. So the other thing I have to do is I've got to fix this road, Purdom Lane, all the way through. I want to widen it so it's wider than it is now by probably 4 feet or so, just to give me more space on this road. And then I also have to move all these T-posts and fencing and everything that I keep moving over and over off of the road, so that way I can fix this road. Because when I do my neighbor's culvert work and all that, I'll be using this road, Purdom Lane, to bring everything through my property to get down to their property to build a road to the other side of their property so they have access to it. And then, like I said, it will be going on the market. So all this stuff here, I have to move everything out, move the shelter out the way, so that way I can bring the dozer through, widen the road, and go from there. Come on, boys, let's go in the house. So now everything is well scented by the dogs all throughout the 120 acres. So the coyotes will think twice, and the animals will be safe. Now the goats and everything, I have those 2 babies born Christmas Eve. They're doing good. All the pigs are over here in their pig pen. So this is what I have so far. They're all in here sleeping, and those 2 panels right there are separated. That was where I was going to divide the pen, but then the pen's too small, so I need to just go ahead and move it all the way back and build it properly. It's just another thing I have to get done when I have time. So we're going to go out through the front, and Minnie Mouse will catch up when she catches up. Boys, let's go. So the next pen, for those of you that don't know, I had the 4-foot goat and sheep, so the goats and stuff can't put their head through the fence and get stuck like the cattle panels, dividing the pens. And then on the perimeter is the 6-foot no-climb horse fence. And then there goes Lil Pickles on the left and Mama Princess on the right. We got Mr. Miracle over here. So where I'm walking on this side of the fence will eventually be their next pen. And then down here at the bottom of this hill is a deep, deep ravine. As you can see, it goes way, way down there. At the bottom, I'm gonna build a berm on the other side and let all this rainwater collect and turn this into a big lake right here. So they have a lake inside of this pen. We got Mama Cleo right there. We got Papa Caesar, and they're just over here sleeping. There goes Monk. And so you can see I've got another 100 feet worth of T-posts ready to go. I just need to buy fencing. I need to build these H braces. So I still got to put the board across, build the H brace, go from there. And this is the outside. So it's a 6-foot no climb horse fence that will run all the way down and then up over to the house site where the land jags over. I'll show that on another video as well. And then the pen that all the animals are in now will slowly but surely get seeded this spring, and then hopefully growing. And then there's the bale of hay there with some of the Scotties that they're busting apart. They're all excited. And then we get up here to the goats. They're all hanging out by the tractor. Got some of the peacocks, the white peacock right there on top of that corner brace. And the mama peacock right next to him. There's more cows. There's emus. What are you scaring the goats for? And all the goats, the bird tree. Let's see where the babies are. Because everybody's been asking for update on the babies, to see the babies. So here's Nestor over here. She must have the babies over here on the side. Yep, there's the babies. So they're safe and sound, even with the coyotes running around. They're doing their thing. And like I said, just by running the dogs around on the outside. Last couple nights, however, I had put a couple dogs outside on chains just because the coyotes did come in a bit. I'm not sure how close they got, but wanted them safe. So the baby's doing good. The brown and white's the boy, the black and white's the girl. And then, watch out, Nestor. For those of you asking about the pond, did the pond hold water? I have not put any water in the pond. That big boulder that was down up over here is fully submerged, and the pond's holding water. So with all that rain, it came to about 18 inches from overflowing. So the ducks and geese are enjoying the pond, having fun, swimming, loving life. And that's it. So I'm home. I'm gonna get the generator going so I can turn on the TV, make some popcorn, and relax for the rest of the night. And then tomorrow, hopefully before it rains, I went to Tractor Supply, picked up a bunch of these 24% protein tubs. So I got another 4 of those for the animals, and I gotta get them out. So there goes Mr. Lasso. We got a girl over here. Hey, girl. What's up, mamas? What do you think, girl? So I'm gonna get in. I'm gonna go make some popcorn, relax, enjoy the rest of my night. Hope everybody enjoys their night. Thanks for commenting and being part of this journey. And I'll see you guys on the next video.